Since the beginning of time, people have been asking the question, what is the meaning of life? And in my personal life, I've struggled with this question myself. The question is not an easy question, and maybe we will never have the answer to this. When I look at the world around me, I see people struggling, feeling unbalanced, and slipping into a life of depression and despair. Sometimes in life, there are highlights where people feel success, and then people feel pain and hardship on the other side. And sometimes life just falls into a struggle just to survive. The question about the meaning of life is interesting because why do we think that we can have a fulfilled life amongst all these things that happen around us and to us on a daily basis? Because we believe deep within ourselves that there is something more to life than just survival. We are looking for fulfillment. I've studied theology, and I believe that the Bible is a very powerful force in our lives. And one day I stumbled onto a few verses that I have read many times. In Luke 10 from verse 25 to 28, Jesus is asked by a scholar what he should do to have eternal life. Jesus then reverts the question back to the scholar and asks what he thinks. In verse 27 he answers, "Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength and with all of your mind." And Jesus answers him, "You have answered correctly. Do this and you will live." Although this has to do with religion and spirituality, I suddenly realized that maybe in that one verse could be the key to the answer of living a fulfilled life. Let me break it down on how I see it. There are 4 components to this verse: heart, soul, strength, and mind. We all know that these are 4 components of a person. Also, and maybe more important, is 2 words. All, meaning giving everything, and even more important, the word and. These 4 things have to be present at the same time and should all be present in the same time. And if we can do this, not only in our religion, but in our lives, in the words of Jesus, we will live. So with this information in mind, let us break it down even better. Let us take these 4 components: heart, meaning emotions, soul, destiny, strength, action, and mind, knowledge. If we then have all of these 4 components in a relationship of and with each other, this will bring us to a point of fulfillment in our lives. In our lives and our relationships and our companies, we are living in a totally new world. And I believe that women's influence has changed the world immensely. Previously in our world, ruled by men, we focused on 2 components only: knowledge and action. But women have taught us, especially when it comes to happiness, that without vocation and emotional intimacy, all the knowledge and actions are actually empty and does not lead to any fulfillment at all. So, to find fulfillment in your life, your relationships, and in your company, and also with your friends, family, and co-workers and clients, you have to find and live in all 4 spheres in conjunction with each other. As proof, more and more people are suffering from depression these days. Why? Because their lives are out of balance and out of sync. Divorce rates are climbing all over the world. Why? Because when we are not fulfilled, we will look for it in somebody else. People are leaving their stable income in search for what is lacking in their lives, when they feel that they are exploited only for their knowledge and their action possibility only. And customers move away because the service provider do not meet their core values like climate change, etc. And when they don't feel emotionally aligned with the service provider and company, they simply leave for the next one. In my approach, we focus on the lopsided, unbalanced portion of the person, and we try to find the vocation and the emotional portion of a person, or the lack of knowledge or action, to build up what brings the sphere back into balance. This is done in various ways, but most of the time through sessions, sometimes one-on-one, but also in groups. I tend to find that when a person merely understands this concept, the light opens up in their lives already, because sometimes we just need a push in the right direction. If you want any more information on how you can find your fulfillment for yourself, your relationship, or your company, feel free to contact me on the following details. My name is Dion Lewis. My cell phone number is 084-797-0181 and my email address is dion.lewisfin@gmail.com.